Hello everybody, Charlie here. Today we're playing Ace Attorney, Miles Edgeworth, Investigations, not in that order. Last time I was sick, and this time we are here. Let's get into logic right away. Let's change up the music. Never mind. Alright, so let's just go through our evidence. It's been a while. It's, you know, a bit of a drought we had there. Editing is hard, alright? And it's not fun. Well, it's fun the first like 10 minutes, and then when you hear the same clips of your own voice over and over, it just kills you on the inside. Regardless, we're here. I was also sick last video, which kind of affected it. Okay. Didn't I give you a British accent? Hi, it's the Blue Badger. Oh my goodness. Badger, get! I really don't understand why she's so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw. He's doing that contorted wiggling dance again. Aha! Oh, it's Meekins. We all love Officer Meekins. I have no idea what kind of voice to give him. Maybe something like Gumshoe, but... Ah, you've uncovered my undercover identity, sir. I was wearing in that hat, sir. On to you, Officer Meekins. Sir! Mike Meekins reporting for duty, sir. This man was a witness in one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. About the only thing I remember about this officer is that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches. Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth? I've met him in the courtroom before. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? And how is he wearing a hat under his blue badger costume? I can't imagine that being very comfortable. Well, before we begin, we must present this. Sir, it's so incredibly shiny, sir, but it's a really ugly shape. I knew it. I was right to go for the much more manly police badge, sir. But I lose it a lot, and I just know I'm going to lose it for real one of these days, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, I think this cop is 1 minute short of a baker's dozen. I know, believe me, I know. Oh, great. Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time? Sir, because I'm not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger. And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids. This is never a waste of time, sir. I have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir. I can't. As big as Gumshoe. The thing is, he's like a really skinny, like, tadpole of a guy. So, also, as big and popular as Gumshoe, the one who everyone else in the precinct is like, man, when's he gonna explode? I was patrolling the scorchingly boring beat until a little while ago, when the dispatch radio on my shoulder cracked. The kidnappers had escaped, sir. I thought maybe this was my shot at making detective, sir. I rushed over to join in, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already, and I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto anyone. It would seem some people never change. Oh, I love you. I love you, Meekins. So why exactly are in that ridiculous outfit? Sure, that's because, sir, I'm here to keep visitors in good spirits, sir, but it's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of a kidnapper, sir. I see. Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics. To be handed the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir, it's such an honor. How long have you been standing here, officer? Sir, for about 1 little hour, sir. It's around the time I woke up from being knocked out unconscious. And I've been here ever since, sir. If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekins saw the kidnappers escaping. But however, sir, I must tell you that I didn't see a thing, sir. I haven't asked you anything yet, officer. No. But I know you will, sir. He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements. Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it, too. I patrolled the park all while wearing this costume. And about 1 hour ago, I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir. A lone badger. What you said just now is contradictory to the facts. How so, Mr. Edgeworth? This is what Officer Meakin's testimony contradicts. Your testimony contradicts this piece of evidence. I'm just a little patrolman, so I don't understand what you're talking about, sir. I can't say I get it either. This isn't what I was looking for. I'm sorry, officer, but could you please repeat what you said one more time? Of course, sir. I'd be honored to repeat myself as many times as needed, sir. For almost a whole little hour, I didn't see any suspicious-looking people around, sir. But I did see a badger, sir. A lone badger. As I thought, what you said just now is contradictory to the facts. Okay, so what exactly is the contradictory, Mr. Edgeworth? Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement. Sir, of course, sir. If that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor. This little patrolsman will wait as long as I am commanded to wait. You said that you saw a blue badger, correct? And yet, if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This box is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you are the blue badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another blue badger wandering the premises. What? Sir? Then that would mean that there are two blue badgers walking around, but why? Sir, I'm undercover as the blue badger now, sir. I must pretend not to know anything about anything, sir. I mustn't respond to that. It would be like shooting my fish in a barrel. Huh. Thought he was gonna say shooting himself in the foot, but whatever. Sayings, am I right? Logic, perhaps. I just, you know what, let's see, maybe yes? Yes. A second blue badger? That shouldn't exist. Clearly the true identity of the person underneath is... Oh, I know. It's one of the kidnappers, right? The person who wore a costume to get away. Precisely. After all, the costumes that went missing from the storage area are... A blue badger, a proto-badger, and a bad badger. Yes, those three. So there are three phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh? Yep. What about pink badger? No love for the pink? Okay then. What's happening behind here? Oh, I got you now, you vile criminals. I think the kidnappers would have had better sense to try hiding in these. Oh, come on, lighten up, will ya? I was only joking. I don't really think the criminals will be hiding here right in front of two officers. I certainly hope not. Can we, like, talk to our partner? Look, there's a blurb about in the cactus there. This cactus is a very gracious gift to Gatewater Land from the local precinct. Can't believe the police went so far as to even donate a cactus to this place. So is the police department running a cactus farm on the side? Ha ha, just kidding. They wouldn't do something so silly. Actually, I have the vague impression I've seen a cactus farm in the precinct before. Well, is that whiskey? If these were real, I wonder what you'd put in them. Water would be the obvious answer. But if you stood water and buried under the blazing hot sun, wouldn't it go bad? People of that period probably didn't care about how it tasted. Sorry, but I can't let you get away with making fun of our forefathers. I mean, maybe they really liked the strange taste. Look who's making fun of them now. This? And Mr. Edgeworth, isn't this one of those things you tie horses to? Yes, so their horses are in another location at the moment. Oh, and here I was hoping I'd get to ride one. You know how to ride a horse? Nope, never rode one in my life. But I have an Asian friend who's born in the year of the horse. Non sequitur is the only way to describe your logic. Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over there. I remember hearing rain fall while I was being held in there. Yep, it was just a passing rain. That's why the ground was pretty much dried up. I should be thankful it left us with some nice footprint samples. You know that? You know what? I bet if we followed them, we could find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'd be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes. I don't think it would be that easy. Why not? Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here, and we don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers. If that's true, we don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We know exactly what kind of shoes they were wearing. Blue badger shoes. At least I'm pretty sure I'm right. Yep. Now that we know the kidnappers were wearing Blue Badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning.
Oh, you mean now that we know which trucks belongs to the kidnappers, right?
Yes, more than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of the badgers.
Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting.
Let's take another look then.
So looking for footprints made by a costume. Hey, I think I found them. There are 2 sets here.
They both do look like possible candidates.
Is that just walking off to the west? Ah! Just stops. I can't make heads or tails of where it's headed from here.
I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium.
I wonder where the other set leads. Oh, this one seems to be heading east.
Good sprites this game has.
Huh? Quick, Mr. Edgeworth, I've got him. I've got one of the culprits.
Ah, no, I'm not a kidnapper, sir. She's putting up her dukes. Down, Kay. I believe these footprints belong to Officer Meekins, but our criminals were each wearing a costume.
Ah, maybe they came over to this garage for something.
That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you could step aside for a moment. You need to examine the garage. Sir! Roger Wilco, sir! I really like his voice. It's fun to do. Let's open this shut and see what we find.
Maybe we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside.
I have to doubt that.
Ah!
What is this? This case just got more interesting. What the? We seem to have stumbled across a dead body. She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who's this man? Oh, wait, what was his voice? It's Oliver! Mr. Mona, are you saying this man is... Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this have happened? Indeed, and why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I better investigate this crime scene quickly before Agent Lang or his men return. So I might have forgotten voices. You know, it's been like a week. The kidnapper's footprints lead right to this garage, and right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? That's a weird looking face he got. From my custodian custodial examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound. Huh.
You sure calm for someone who just found a dead body.
It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest until I've inspected every... Oh, shut up with that. I've heard that a million times. He has a cross type thing? It's a horse. This is an unusually shaped pendant.
What is it? Is it something valuable?
She seems to have regained some of her composure.
Looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it, and it's really, really pretty. Hold on, this is made of platinum silver. Nice. It is or something after all. Oh, and look, there's something written on the back. Colin Devoray. It's a name.
Colin Devoray. But this man's name is... Hey, don't be going to deduce yet. As long as this Interpol agent has control of his case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what I can piece together myself. There are 2 gunshot wounds, one in his abdomen and one in his shoulder.
So that means he was shot twice?
No, we don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound and the one near his shoulder is the exit wound.
Nice, I knew you could figure it out.
Comes with an experience, I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder where the bullet went clean through. We should make a note of this oddity. So, so from the looks of it, he was shot from behind while bending down. Either that or he was looking up and someone shot him in the gut while bending down. Someone was bending down in this crime. Or he might have been at a higher level. I don't know yet. That's just my theory. Wait, we don't have... There's something not right about the name on the pendant. The victim is the Almono family butler. His name is Oliver Deacon, but the name on the pendant is Colin Devoray.
I wonder what's up with that.
I don't know, but I think we've hit upon an important piece of information. Might be his, like, son or something, I don't know. And that's it. Good. Lance, where are you, sweetie? Who is this? Oh, new character. Excuse me, but you are. You know, I've done a lot of voices in my day, but I'm dumbfounded. I don't... Badump.
this is bad. He's really good looking. Stop it, Lauren. You can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him you're in love with. Sounds like someone who doesn't know the meaning of the phrase in a monologue, huh?
Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance?
Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend.
I said Lance.
My name is Lauren Pops.
His girlfriend, and you have a ring, Pop. I guess that's all we need.
Oh, it's not like that. We're more than friends, and we're not lovers or anything. We haven't gotten that far yet. But I guess that's how people are going to see it, so I should just accept it.
Edgeworth is best character.
I haven't got this ring as a present from Lance. You know, she reminds me of a cartoon character.
No. May I inquire as to why you are here?
I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately, and I began to get really worried. I looked everywhere for him, and then I heard about the kidnapping, so I came here. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this by yourself. Is it true? Has Lance been kidnapped?
No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true.
Oh, Lance. I can't believe you've been spirited away. I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's going back to the fair maiden in love routine. So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here?
Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder. Hold it. Ah, yes. What was his voice? Oh. You know what? We're gonna have to accept that voices change as time goes on. I was sick. I was out of my mind. My men brought me up to speed over on the radio. I don't know. And I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing. Something like that, maybe. Nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. I'll take it from here. Yeah, the guy's really dead. Hey, you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect now. Suspect? Who? Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us. What? Sir, I had nothing to do with it, sir. Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins? I'll leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom. That's your answer. I know you like your logic and reasoning, but that sort of impractical fluff is not needed out in this field. All they have to do is arrest a suspicious person after a suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets. That's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake. Innocent people? Nonsense. There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts. That's tyranny. I won't allow such a thing to go unchecked before my eyes. Yeah, too bad for you. You don't call the shots around here. As I have sworn to behold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. You have no honor have you no honor as a member of the law enforcement? How dare you speak so disrespectfully to our super? Hold it. You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Lang Z says, every pack has its own rules. If you can play by their rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. Alright, I'll give you your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Through my lineup of logic. Long Lane's logic. I've seen a lot of bodies like this one being carted off in time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that out much right with your current gun laws. It's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun, not unless you're a member of law enforcement, like Officer Meekins, is that right? So if it's so hard to get a gun in this game, this isn't America. I hate to break it to you, this really is Japan. No Japanifornia, no, localization. If it's hard to get your hands on a gun, it didn't happen in America. That is my reasoning. That is your reasoning? Yes. Solid as a rock. It's based on the philosophy of detainment.
What's this philosophy of detainment?
You don't know? In that case, pay attention, girlie. In my country, the criminals have a saying, beware of the wolf. What the wolf? Because in my language, leg means wolf, and you don't mess with me or my pack. As with the detainment philosophy, its father is my honorable ancestor, Lang Zi. You'd think I'd have heard of him and his teachings if he really is that famous. Lang Zi developed it as he was worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhangfa police still trains its recruits using its philosophies.
But thousands of years ago, that makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale.
Anything was down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world? You want to put it to a test? Yes. That is my job, after all. I've seen a lot of bodies like this one being carted off in my time. Alright, say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Wait, I wanted to press that. Huh. It would appear you've studied a little of all laws. Studied? Who needs to study what every child on any street corner already knows? It's that, Sheena.
The Federal Firearms Restriction Act.
That's it, the Federal Firearms Restriction Act. I hear it's not easy to get a gun these days.
Interesting. The woman is the one in charge of keeping track of information.
Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like our Officer Meekins, isn't that right? I like that voice. It's like a movie voice. If that's the case, then there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? As if I would need to. I've already looked into everyone else here.
Oh.
Other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapon has been fired.
How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time?
It's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation.
The power of sheer numbers. We have yet to check Officer Meekins' weapon, correct?
Thanks for reminding me. Hey you, show me your gun.
Oh.
What's wrong?
Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden? Gun.
What did you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it out already.
Sir. I lost my gun, sir. How could you be so irresponsible?
In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we've got. You're the one who waited here outside and this the garage to ambush and kill the victim.
So you think that Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim, do you, Lang?
I think this little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny. Officer Meekins ambushed the victim in his garage and killed him with his gun.
You mean to tell me that the murder occurred here in this garage?
From the fact that the suspect was found almost next to where the body was found, I'd say that's pretty obvious that this is the crime scene. Lang Zi says the criminal always returns to the scene of the crime.
Ah, funny quote even I've heard of before.
Furthermore, Lang Zi says, successful investigations are the result of multiple returns to a crime scene.
It's like neither detectives nor criminals have changed their ways over the millenniums. So this is the kind of conclusion the philosophy of detainment can lead you to? I don't get it, Mr. Edgeworth. Why are you putting yourself on the line for Mr. Meekins?
It's not that I particularly care about what happens to Officer Meekins.
What?
However, I can't simply stand by while Agent Lang ignores our country's laws.
Shelong Lang, just what sort of investigator are you?
Yep, I've seen a lot of bodies, and, pretty impressive, but alright. So, we're presenting something.
Alright, victim Oliver Deacon, age 50, time of death, pending autopsy. Cause of death, preliminary findings indicate loss of blood resulting from a gunshot wound. Entry point, lower right abdomen, exit point, lower right shoulder. Right shoulder, not lower. So, remarks, despite the fact that a fatal bullet went clean through the body, there's very little blood at the site where the body is found. I see. Man, you only see that one when he's objecting to you in the normally it's turning games with Phoenix, but it's kind of crazy seeing like, yeah, you're an idiot, and here's why. Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that is simply not possible.
What do you mean?
You've seen the crime scene for yourself, and while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean?
Oh, yeah. So you did notice that there was too little blood. Do you still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed the murder here? Because this isn't the crime scene, and if it was your men who led you to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight. Not bad. I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that officer was hanging around here in the first place? Weird, how so? Hey you, your squad wasn't even supposed to be in this area, right? What were you doing, neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like I found myself taking a walk.
But sir, I really did take a walk, sir.
You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pack obligations so lightly? Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. He's hiding something.
Mr. Edgeworth, please, sir! Stay by the way you did earlier, please, sir.
Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened.
Sir, not you too, sir.
Those eyes! Those eyes in the middle of the screen! If you didn't see that, please replay it. It's worth saying. It's Meekins' testimony.
It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badgermobile, sir. But I got completely caught up with my role selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir.
Okay. What is this Blue Badgermobile?
It's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir. So the Blue Badgermobile is just a roaming souvenir shop.
Huh. Okay then.
Sir, I swear I was chasing the kidnappers down while I was being a good dream merchant.
Pardon me, he seems rather worked up, even more than his usual hyperactive self.
He sure seems sure of what he's saying.
Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer?
Sir! Water, sir!
Oh, yeah. That voice is also one of my favorites. I love doing Lang's, Meekins, and Gumshoe's voices so far. I don't know. They're just enjoyable to me. Doing a British accent gets boring after a while.
It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir.
And why'd you leave? Describe for me how you conducted your investigation.
Yes, sir. Well, first, I made sure there was no suspicious-looking people in the area, sir. But the only people that seemed to gather around me were little girls, sir.
Well, what did you expect when you dressed like the Blue Badger?
I thought I had no choice at that point, sir, so I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams to the Blue Badgermobile, sir.
What exactly do you mean by selling dreams?
Sir, the Blue Badgermobile is where dreams are collected.
What?
Sweetness like you've never known expecting dreams, ma'am, like innocent drops. And bitterness only found in nightmares, ma'am, like guilty jawbreakers. Selling those as I pushed the Blue Badgermobile along is my sworn duty, ma'am. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children. Sir!
You completely forgot to look for the kidnappers?
No, sir, of course not, sir. I would never do something like that, sir.
Twiddling his thumb.
You're absolutely right.
Well, you're good at this forcing people to confess thing, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be frank, I'm just a little man, sir. I'm better at selling at kids a few small dreams than looking for a big crook, sir.
Enough wallowing in your own self-pity. Let's return to your testimony.
Yes, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir.
How did you wind up all the way over here?
I was in the middle of a sea of kids, sir. But one of those kids decided to challenge me to a fight, sir. I had to run away from the child's painful dropkicks, and before I knew it...
A good old dropkick? I just had my first square of those when I was a kid. Always at the best when you felt one really connect with your opponent. In any case, you wound up here for a reason completely unrelated to the investigation.
Sir! That's right, sir.
That's not something you should be admitting to with your head held high, officer. Sounds like he simply forgot about his real job and became the Blue Badger. However, there's one flaw in Officer Meekins' story. But I have the feeling that he'll need some prodding before he'll spill the beans. It's true, sir. I am suspicious because... Then, question. Why is this in the garage? No, I was wrong. This evidence contradicts your statement just now.
So what if it does?
Wait up there, Junior. Where is this contradiction you speak of, Mr. Prosecutor? There must be something wrong with the way I'm approaching this.
But in reality, you doubt me too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. But, sir, I'm telling you, I don't know anything, sir.
Now I know something is wrong. Officer Meekins is definitely hiding something. Before I know it, I found myself here in this area. And that was it. Alright. Did I already press him on that last one? I'm pretty sure I have. Alright then, where were you assigned to?
I was assigned to the main gate, sir.
You must mean the area with the bridge and the outrageous fountain.
Okay, then why are you here in the Wild West area? It's because of a very deep reason, ma'am. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir.
I also went looking for the kidnappers. Yes, alright, I found it. Not sure why that contradicts. Officer Meekins, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell such transparent lies.
Sir, I'm lying, sir.
Yes, you are. If you were really out there selling dreams of the blue Badgermobile until recently, then what is it doing here inside the garage?
Actually, I just lost track, sir.
Lost track of what?
By the time I realized it was the blue Badgermobile was nowhere to be found, sir.
Which would mean that it was perhaps stolen?
And that's when I came back to this area, thinking maybe it was found in the garage, sir. That's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
Whoa, that was a very high-pitched voice.
Not so fast! Not so fast!
Not so fast, you know, like, I don't know, it just didn't sound like Officer Lang to me. A likely story. Who do you think is going to buy such a convenient tale as that? And what exactly is so convenient about his story? The car getting stolen. It's completely unbelievable, even for a cover-up story. But I think we can assume the car was used alright to move the dead body.
What?
You kill the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins, and then you use the blue Badgermobile to transport it all the way here. Now then, you're coming with me.
But it wasn't me, sir. The killer, sir. It wasn't me, sir.
Agent Lang, White. What do you want now? We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. You can't say we know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth. I told you, truth scummeth. I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook. You will find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job of you prosecutors in your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste.
You boorish buffoon.
Ooh. I think you need to leave. What? You need to get the dead body to the autopsy, and you guys are getting in the way.
You would interfere with another one of my investigations?
Hey now, let's not forget who actually holds the authority to conduct the investigations here. I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy.
No.
Now be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight. If you don't, I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice. To be continued.
That was interesting.
No, but we'll be finishing it up here, actually. I'm not sure how long this video ended up being. I'm sure it's good, though. Thank you all for watching. I've been Trail Knocking. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.